What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's getting really cold. Actually, it's already being cold and I'm a little late. So we got the RV. So this applies to any RV, travel trailer, boat. When it starts getting cold, when you start getting multiple nights below freezing, it's a good idea to go ahead and winterize this thing. We'll try to get all the water out. I bought an adapter. We're going to try to blow the lines out. Let's see if it works out. It looks pretty simple. I still have to use the pink RV stuff in the main water tank and in the drain catch basins, the P-traps, in the toilet valves and things like that. So I'm still going to run it through the system some, but I'm going to try to blow all the water out. I've never done it. It looks pretty simple. Let's see if we can get it done. All right, guys, check it out. So this is how I'm going to winterize my RV. All right, guys, so we're over here in the wet bay of the RV here. And so this is the bay that has all the water connections. Every RV is set up a little bit different, but most of them are similar. So the way this one is set up, this is where we fill our fresh water, and then you have to determine which way you want to go. So in this position here, when we hook the water to the county water source here, then it fills up our freshwater tank. When it's hooked here, this is where it actually, if we were permanently hooked to a water supply. So this is the position we want to be in. So I went on Amazon and bought this, and you can make it yourself. But buying it was like 15 or 20 bucks. Essentially, this will plug into here. It screws in, and then you got this on-off valve, and then we got this Harbor Freight compressor. And so essentially, we're going to plug this up, and it's going to build about 120 pounds of pressure. And I've got it regulated down to 30 PSI. So essentially, we'll just hook it up together. The line will hook to this. We'll turn on the compressor, and then this will blow all the water out of the lines. Now, before we do that, I'm going to go over to the water heater. It's on the opposite side. We're going to open it up, and we're going to drain all the water out of the water heater. All right, guys, so here is the water heater. They're all essentially the same. Oh, look at there. I've already left. I didn't realize I left my wrench in there. That's a good spot for it to ride, though. So this has just got a plug down here. We're going to take this plug out, and water is going to go pouring out. You can take a funnel, or you can put a piece of cardboard or something, or a piece of metal to kind of drain it so that it goes out, so you don't get water down your, soaked into your stuff there. That's pretty easy to do. All right, guys, so I got my little funnel here. This thing holds like 5 gallons. And of course, this is clean, fresh water, not under pressure, because I turn it off. And we're just going to drain all this out completely. All right, guys, so real quick, the water heater is drained, so we're good there. We're going to let this little wrench ride along right there. Close this back up, and let me go to the other side. I'll show you what we got. All right, guys, so we got the compressor hooked up again. We got it regulated down to about 30 PSI. I mean, you probably could go higher than that. Some people say just don't go above 60. I mean, fresh water when you're at an RV park is usually about 60 pounds. So we got this valve open. This is not open yet. Now, you got to make sure this is not on the freshwater tank. So we got that going, so we're pressurizing. And now let's go. We should be able to open some valves here. This is the cold. Let me see, it's getting air. We're going to just open everything and let it air itself out. Although my little pump is not going to be able to keep up completely because there's a lot of air. So let's go inside. All right, so inside the RV, now we're at the kitchen sink. So we've got some water coming out there. So we're going to just let this run until we get air. And we're going to do this at every one of the faucets. Hot and cold water line. And then eventually what will happen is we'll have just air and spurts of water coming out. And so we're going to do this at all of our fixtures. So we'll do it at the sink, showers, the toilet. We'll do it at every one of our spots that has water. It's perfect. That's what we wanted to do. Just squirt air, and even in your toilet. And don't forget to do the outside one. I know we started down there first. So that's one of the ones that you want to make sure that happens. Okay, so got air there. Little spurts. Okay, so we got most of the water out of all the system now. All right, guys. So we are done with the water air pump system, I guess you would say. So a lot of people just stop here, and there's a little bit of residual water in the pipes, but you know, it should not be full enough to where it would expand and freeze the pipe. But as I'm gonna take my RV antifreeze, I'm gonna show you the next little setup that I did so that I can actually pump RV antifreeze into all of those lines and into the water heater, just to give it a little added protection as well. Now, I know they say that this stuff is not supposed to mix. You're supposed to get all the water out of it, and this stuff will, you know, that's the Walmart brand over there. It says -50. This says -100. This stuff is flammable, but it is water safe. I think it probably has like alcohol in it, ethanol, and then that's what keeps it from freezing, because that will turn into a slush. But let me show you my little contraption. All right, guys, so under here, of course, this is a ramshack mess, but this is the pump. That line goes to the freshwater tank right there. So this will screw on. We put this down into the antifreeze containers, and then basically we turn on the pump. And then when we turn on the pump, then it starts circulating. It starts putting the fluid into the hot water heater. It starts putting it into also the into all the lines, and that's what we're trying to do here. All right, guys, so I was just looking in here. My old RV had some valves that I could actually turn off to keep the actual RV antifreeze from going back into the water heater. This one does not have it. So it 100% is going to get some of the antifreeze into the water heater, but I'm going to try to move quickly so that we don't fill that thing up. We don't want to fill it up. We don't want it to be 100%. Oh, look, there it is right there. Premium hot water bypass valve. Boom. Move that valve over to bypass, and now we shouldn't get any. Yeah, perfect. See, they do have it. They got it in a spot where I just didn't see it. This is actually a valve that we purchased to do this winterizing. So right here is where that's going to actually go, and this is in the open position, and now that is in the bypass position. So it's going to suck from here when that is done. All right, guys, so we got the little connector hooked to this little valve here. So we want to switch this to the bypass, and then we're going to turn on the pump, and then there you go. It sucks it right up, and that is pressurizing the system here. And we want to run it until we see a little bit of pink. You see it's sucking the fluid right down. It's got to pressurize. There we go. So now we're getting some pink coming out there. And let's stop this. We got to get another couple gallons. All right, guys, so we got the pump pumping, and now we got pink in the hot and the cold. So let's go ahead and run it to all of these, and then we'll be set. We got pink in the hot water, pink in the cold. All right, nice and pink. Nice and pink. So really pink. All right, guys, well, that's going to be about it. Not too bad. So overall, I think we are done. So now all I gotta do, I'm gonna take this in each one of the sinks, in the shower, down in the toilet, just to give it some protection. Hope that helps. Wasn't too bad. You can knock it out in probably 25-30 minutes total. Not bad at all. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see y'all.